a website called Church Pop, which is a religious website. And as you guys heard at the beginning of this, I'm not that big of a religious guy. I have my thoughts and ideas. There probably is something bigger than us that's created us, whether it's we're in some sort of simulation, or we're a cell on the back of some huge being. Who knows? We're just one cell made up of other cells that are our universe. Whatever we are, there is probably a higher power, maybe. I don't know. So cancel Balenciaga, leave Celine Dion. Yes, and of course, and it's really weird. So this is some of the imagery from her her clothing line, and this is back in 2018. So this was sort of before the whole Balenciaga thing. If you guys aren't sure what Balenciaga, we'll show some stuff here. So this is what the imagery they were using, which is kind of fucked up. This is what they were using here. It's showing kids with little teddy bears in bondage and shit. There was also and they apologize, and Kim Kardashian's still eating shit over this. There was this form right here, this hidden within the pictures was these court document about virtual child porn that was put into the background of these pictures. And why would that even be in there? Like, what's the point of that? That's pretty fucked up. Readers added context. They thought that people might want to know. Although Shu often makes comments. It contains an excerpt from the U.S. Supreme Court opinion in the United States versus Williams, which upheld part of a federal child pornography law. So, very weird. You have to remember, brought to you by Kanye West as evidence. Yes, well, Kanye said something before it, but it was this all started coming out before Kanye was talking about it. But he did get away from Balenciaga because Kanye was involved with Balenciaga, but Balenciaga cut ties with him. And there was rumors like going around that maybe he cut ties because he knew what was going on and he was over it. But fans will make up anything to defend their people. Why is Sammy Hagar on fucking TMZ right now? So this was Balenciaga, and it's pretty gross in my opinion. I'm not really with it. Why would they do that? So this is the weird shit that Celine Dion was doing back in 2018. If you're thinking the recent post about Celine Dion's brand new over-exaggeration, it might be a good idea to think again. And of course, this is Church Pop. I don't know how credible these guys are. As stated in the previous article, let's see the previous article. So they talked to an exorcist, which, whatever, take it for whatever that is. As stated in the previous article, Celine Dion's recently launched children's clothing line is considered gender neutral. Children wear skulls and black crosses and have the term New World Order written on their clothing. Now, this is something that like the Illuminati and Satanists like to do, allegedly, is to sort of display their beliefs and ideology out in the wide open, to sort of rub it in the faces of the non-believers. Yes, we will, sir. Yes, we will protect y'all at all costs. Yeah, these kids, man. The kids. Protect the kids. Protect the babies. Protect the babies. Exorcist John S. Neff, which whatever, I don't. You can take that credibility for whatever it's worth. Said her line's agenda is definitely satanic, but the brand goes way beyond even gender-neutral clothing. Dion teamed up with Nunu, A brand describing itself as creating an alternative fashion line to typical children's clothing. It goes against fashion narrows set of beliefs and breaks free of the overstimulating kid cliches. The brand admits that they are driven by an agenda that defies the traditional dichotomy of boy and girl. And this is the look at this though. Like, what is this? And the idea and like the imagery here of like the one eye thing, which is a very much an Illuminati reference. And, you can take that for whatever it's worth. But they have a lot of these imageries where there's like one eye. You'll see a lot of artists doing the one eye. Like Rihanna has the one eye thing going on. There's a lot of imagery going on. The new creators as an alternative fashion. This is from the new, whatever the fuck. Creates an alternative fashion line to typical children's clothing. It goes against fashion narrows, sets its narrow set of beliefs, and breaks free from the overstimulating kid cliches by introducing children to wonderful mystery and minimalism. Lets kids shine at every stage with a kick-ass cocktail of attitude and big sense of humor. This is a sense of humor. Skulls, like a skeleton is holding this kid's head with one eye open and making the triangle, the fucking Illuminati triangle. And that lady made through the arms of an angel. I know, I don't know unless she's all tied up with Marilyn Manson and Kat Von D. Kat Von D. I don't know who that is. I believe there are only people that are outlandish enough to get away with the type of merchandising, not Celine. Right, and they just use Celine as a face for it, but still, why would you tie yourself to this? Like, this imagery is fucked up, and as a sense of humor, is it funny? I don't know. I mean, I personally think it can be funny, but there's this weird connection to Satanism, and I don't necessarily believe that these people are a part of the Illuminati. I don't necessarily believe that they're Satanists, but it is strange when they use this type of imagery. I don't care if people are Satanists, whatever. If they want their kids to be Satanists, fine. But it's still, it's weird. What's next for the Matrix after it's done with Andrew Tate? I don't know, but that shit's getting real. His lawyer is somebody who, or the prosecutor is definitely someone who goes after mob bosses, and apparently they wouldn't be going after the Tate brothers if they didn't have enough evidence to do so. So I don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to see with that, but I don't know. The Matrix will live on beyond Andrew Tate. But it is strange how he talks against this agenda. And I don't agree with everything Andrew Tate says. He just says some wacky ass shit, right? Like, he says some dumb shit that I'm just like, this is ridiculous. But he definitely speaks on some stuff, too, in an intelligent way. But, the Matrix is out there. The Matrix is real. Meanwhile, Jerry Up stinked what case we haven't heard anything. Oh, the Jeffrey Epstein, yeah. The Jeffrey Epstein, yeah, we're never going to see the names on the list, right? We're never going to see the names in the black book. That shit's sealed. And then it was crazy, too, because the district attorney of the Bahamas was suing J.P. Morgan for funneling money for Jeffrey Epstein. And then mysteriously, she was just fired. She lost her job. Anyways. Led completely by their intuition, co-owners and designers Iris Adler and Tali Michelberg, I don't know if I'm saying that, Milchberg, created children's clothing collections that broke stereotypes and dodged accepted norms. Their need for basic, look at this, they don't even capitalize. They're so outside the norms, they don't even need correct punctuation. Their need for a basic DNA and a unisex offering in kids' fashion created a global trend that is now inspiration worldwide, driven by an agenda that defies the traditional dichotomy of boy-girl clothing. Iris and Tali showed the world of real individuals, not everything is so black and white. For what really matters is the freedom of individuality, creativity, especially at a tender age. So that's from their website. So Let's see. The brand admits that they're driven by, okay. Their purpose is an agenda driven by evil. The agenda is obvious by looking into their Instagram. So here's some examples. Like, this is weird. And the goat here, this goat, this is what do they call it? The goat in Satanism. It's like Bacifus or something. Goat. Imagery, Satanism. And this is a little kid wearing a goat's head, right? Like, this is strange to me. This whole idea right here. This is weird. Like, why do they have this? And then they have like a little Bible looking thing that has more imagery that looks pretty fucking evil. And of course they could be just, having a good laugh. But this shit is weird. It is really weird to have children involved in it. I don't understand. That's it. Baphomet, satanic goat as devil, and satanic imagery. Where's Child Protective Services when you need them? It's just strange, right? Like, they have this. Why is the devil also a goat? And maybe the most memorable scene okay, who cares? Urging to sign the devil's book. Up until then, Philip, okay, we don't care about that. In 1854, occultist and magician Eliphas Levi sketched Baphomet as a winged man with the head of a black goat. A black goat, which, let's just go back here. That's a black goat head. There you go. He wrote that the amalgamation of the supposed Templar idol plus the infernal goat found the depictions of witches, sabbats, and ancient Egyptian phallic goat god I can't say that, and the devil tarot card. In his writing, Levi described his drawing as the nightmare, the fantastic monster, the phantom of all terrors. His image of Baphomet, which would become the default, represented pure immorality, and it was inspired by base, unfeeling, and demanding deities. Sorry, I'm sucking at reading right now. And so the sabbatic goat was born. Since Levi's original sketch, Anton Levi adopted Baphomet as the sigil of the Church of Satan in 1966, and it has appeared on countless metal album covers. But Baphomet isn't the lone source of inspiration for our goat-like depictions of Satan. It's also believed that an early Christian seeking to demonize pre-existing pagan traditions drew comparisons between the devil and the Greek god Pan, who happened to resemble a goat, and goats get a bad rap in the Bible itself. When Jesus appears on Judgment Day to separate the lambs from the goats here stand in for selfish, cold, and uncaring people who defied God's word. Spoiler alert, they do not escape the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. Goats are cute. Little baby goats, they're very cute. I love little baby goats. Andrew Tate is wrestling to get people worked up, and then educational fact checker when it comes to commonplace it down. What the commercial is going to be burning up Sesame Street t-shirts and Scooby-Doo lunch pails, and bold world burn the norm flash up on the screen. Isn't it Baal or Baal, something like that? I don't know. I think those are the dogs. Where's Child Protective Service when you need him? Yeah, I need Michael Jordan in the back shrugging in these pictures. That would make me... Yeah. It sucks that, yeah, the goats are very cute. I mean, this goat right here is very cute. So what is it called? Baphomet. Anyways. Decoding symbols of Satan statues. I mean, look at this. This is fucking wild right here. The 5-point star. Okay, and kids, the imagery of kids staring up at Satan and shit. That's weird too. So this is in the temple. This is in the Satanic temple. Wow. The dates. So the name Baphomet. Oh, let's see what Baal is. Baal. Baal demonology. Baal, usually spelled Baal, also sometimes called Baal, is the seven princes of hell in Christian demonology. He is mentioned widely in the Old Testament, primarily pagan idol of the Phoenicians, often associated with the heathen goddess Ashtaroth. His name is the Northwest Semitic word and the title meaning master or lord, which is used which also Baal is, they use that as well in the Balenciaga. So they also tied Baal into Balenciaga too. So there is this weird theme going on, right? Look, there is this weird connection to Satanism within these companies. It's very unsettling, right? Like, it's very much why, you know what I mean? Again, I don't care if people worship Satan, all of it's fucking fairy tales to me. But it is strange, right? And it has such social and cultural connotations to it. And so why does this imagery make its way onto children and in around children? It just seems off-putting, right? And using Baal and Balenciaga, they use here it is right here. You can sort of see it. So here's the bondage, and here they have Balenciaga. They have a black hood here. And then there was a Baal. But this Baal. They're using Baal as well. So anyways, that's Balenciaga. So kind of coming back, I guess, to our wonderful imagery here. So this is a part of the imagery they're using for the advertising. Northwest, I know a child named Northwest. Oh, and Beelzebub. Yes, Beelzebub too. Now I'm hungry for lamb. Dude, I ate some lamb burgers a couple days ago. Or the night I saw the whale, I came home and ate a lamb burger. It was tight. Northwest, that picture of Northwest dressing up as Kanye just seems like a cry for daddy. That is sad to me. That's a sad thing. The caption for the photo above reads, new inspiration. The implication of this photo is the goat head is the inspiration behind their clothing line. The male goat head is considered a primary symbol for the Church of Satan, which we just found out because of Anton LaVey. In response, the user said, sick, demonic, satanic, disturbing. Protect your kids, everyone. Not to mention what the name of the company means. So what does the name of the company mean, though? I don't understand that. The new black for babies. What? New a male private part. A god personifying the ocean, a primeval chaos from which the world was formed. So new. So they based it on that. When your client is accused of Satanism. So I whatever, just looking into this quickly, showing that it might be some sort of weird, ocean god of chaos. Nunu is the informal term, which is an insect, spider, worm, or similar to small creature. I see. So Like, why? Why are we using that as imagery for kids? And then there's this. The doll, which some users say look like a voodoo doll, is sold by new. If you pay attention closely, the doll is featured in Celine Dion's Celine promotion video, which, let's just go ahead and watch this. This is weird. Like, why are people attacking her?
It's okay. I'm Celine Dion.
These are the Christians. These are the Christians coming for her satanic ass. That's who's tackling her ass. Look at why. This is kids' clothing.
Our children. They are not really our children. As we are all just links in a never-ending chain that is life. For us, they are everything. But in reality, we are only a fraction of their universe. We miss the past. They dream of tomorrow. We may thrust them forward into the future, but the course will always be theirs to choose.
Look, and here's that fucking weird little demon doll. Look at these little fucking gross little weird demon dolls. And these black crosses. Look at this. New World, New Order. Look at that, New Order. Right? That's what I'm saying.
I can't believe they called security. I mean, oh, come on, I'm Celine Dion.
What? Right, exactly. The music's all spooky and shit.
I'm not spending the night in jail. Holy shit. Guys, relax, easy. I'm Celine Dion.
Yeah, girl, and I'm Beyonce.
I'm calling my agent.
I'm calling my agent. So, like, why? Why is it like that? Why are they making weird fucking commercials and shit? Like, then you make, look at this. Like, what? Hidden Desire. What? This is their imagery they're choosing? Hidden Desire. To what? To have, like, it's fucking weird skeleton face? Like, in some... What is this? This is fucking weird. Look, and their hashtags, Hidden Desire. Look, cool kids, inspiration. The caption of the post reads Hidden Desire. Hidden Desires, a company that has hidden desires, maybe even to promote Satanism, says one person. Could be. The user responded, Hidden Desires, a company that hidden desire. Yeah, here's another one. Another said, this is scary. For profit, you reduce children to faceless, genderless ghouls. I hope your company burns financially to the ground. Look at this. Look at this imagery. Like, what is this? What is this shit? What the fuck, a black tar fucking teddy bear? Teddy bear, turn around. Tar Bear by the talented Matt, whoever this person is. This is like a creepy, like, it's like the, what is that, what's that one kid's, around the posies, pocket full of posies, ashes, we all fall down. Like, that's what it reminds me of. Desire should not be used to advertise children's anything. Look at this. Look at this one. What the fuck is this? What is this? This girl has a paper brown bag over her head? In some weird, dingy fucking dungeon? What? The user Rogue, wake up. This is very ridiculous. It's dark because of their supreme boss. Don't let them touch your children. They are lost. And I mean, again, I'm not the most religious man in the world, but this imagery invokes really fucked up thoughts and feelings, especially when you have a child in like this little skirt and their weird little, you know what I mean? Like in some weird little dungeon where the brick is exposed. That doesn't seem doesn't seem legit. You know, like if I saw this hanging up in someone's house, I would be like, what the fuck is that, bro? Why is that picture? Like, what is this? Is this art? And I mean, if this was a photographer just making art, maybe this is acceptable, right? But you're literally trying to sell clothing to children. User did not have positive responses. This is grotesque. This is not art. This is a celebration of something seedy and disgusting, the user said. This is disturbing. Why would you post this on your feed, children's clothing? What are your thoughts? Let's pray for the conversation for all sinners. And then here we go. Let's see. Is there any make holy all the things? Okay. So we put it over an ugly person's face. It's offensive, but she does it and it's art. Come on now. I know about double standards, and this is the light end of the pool. Yeah, this is weird. This is very, very weird. Oh, that's kind of racist when I'm looking at the screen. These gigaboo. Oh, shit. I'm glad you said gigaboo, because I would have read the other shit. Oh my god, look at it, big eyes, these big wide eyes. Look, and here's the hair. Like, this does reminisce of that time period, right? It totally does. You're right, man. It does. Look at their hair. Why is their hair like that? It does remind me of some weird outdated toys. Racist antique toys. Nah, I don't even. This one. Who is this one? These are, look, right here, right fucking here, right here. Racist memorabilia. Look at this. You're telling me that there isn't some similarities? Look at this. There ain't similarities between this and that. This and that. That's weird. That's weird too. Damn, Samo, you're right though. That's weird shit. Like, why is that their imagery? Celine, I'm on the phone with my... What the fuck, for real? And then they have shit that says, like, New World Order on it. Like, and how long have we been hearing New World Order? What is the WEF saying? Like, this is... It's very disconcerting, is all I'm saying. All I am saying is Celine Dion's a Satanist. Maybe that's why they left her off the singers list along with R. Kelly. It could be. That's a good point too. That's a good point. Maybe they're just like, this bitch is a Satanist who's like kind of racist. And it's not like Canada isn't racist. Like, these motherfuckers, there is racism. There's definitely racism in Canada. Look at here's the New World Order one. Let's see. New World Order may refer to... Okay, that's not what I was looking for. So here's the thing. Definitely, this is definitely satanic. An Exorcist explains in a recent article written by Patty Armstrong in the National Catholic Register. Exorcist John Asa explains why this attack on children's innocence is definitely satanic. I'm convinced that the way this gender thing is spread is demonic, explained the Exorcist, who is once a spiritual director of St. Teresa of Calcutta. The devil is going after children by confusing gender, stressed the Exorcist. When a child is born, that is the first thing we say about a child. It's a boy or it's a girl. But to say there is no difference is satanic. Oh, I don't know about that, but I mean, it is kind of weird. We've kind of gotten, with this gender shit, it's gotten kind of extreme.
Many kids. And now, part
2 of our conversation with the superstar singer. She opens up to Morning Express about family and how her children impacted her decision for this new business venture that she will be heading.
Oh shit, Naders. You dropped your phone. No! Naders, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I hope you have insurance for that goddamn thing. I know that even with insurance, that's a unneeded bill.
What?
Okay, man. Get your phone fixed. Naders, thank you for hanging out, buddy. I hope that giraffe pussy was tasty. And be safe out there.
Setting up a gender-neutral clothing line for children. Here's your second time at a front row seat with Celine Dion as she tells Chloe Mullis about her life now.
The first time I brought them to Disney, I thought they were going to go for, the big superheroes. They were looking at princesses. And they all wanted to be, Minnie Mouse. And then I said, but what about Mickey? And then I'm saying to myself, you know what? It's okay. You know why it's okay? Because they're talking. They're finding themselves.
We may thrust them forward into the future, but the course will always be theirs to choose.
Celine wants all kids to find themselves, not just her own. And she hopes her partnership with New will help. The clothes in her new line are gender neutral.
New Order
might be a little worried or concerned seeing their child put on their heels or put on their nails.
I'm not here, Celine Dion, singer who's got 3 kids, who's going to tell the world right now, you should do it this way, you should not do that, this is wrong. Listen, I'm not doing that. Let them tell you what they feel like.
New has been around for years. Its founders created the fashion line out of necessity.
New Order.
When they couldn't find
New
clothing
Order
for their own kids.
Skulls.
Fashion has the power to shape people's mind. We're at Celine trying to shape the future of all human beings by saying, find your own individuality.
By wearing weird Satan shit with New World Order on it? What the fuck? Yeah, with the Gigaboo dolls. As the Gigaboo dolls are in the bassinet, I'm suggesting or recommend. There's something about rear. I'm sorry, even Gwen Stefani made her own clothing brand and she didn't put grunge, goth metal, and Jesus together. Which, that would be fine too. I'm not against these people making the kind of clothing that they want, but it's just weird, right? It's just strange. I believe in freedom of expression and shit. Purely freedom of expression and speech. But it's just weird. I don't always agree with people who are just ranting about racist ass shit on Twitter or whatever. I don't feel it, but it's their right to be able to do it. And it's also the right of Twitter to take that shit down because they are a private company who has guidelines and shit. But still, people have the right to do this, but they also have the right to talk shit about it. And for us to sit here and be like, listen, this gender neutral Satan shit is not great for kids is a fair criticism. And just because we're bringing gender into it, and that's a very hot topic, right? We can't speak on that because people will be mad and will think that you're transphobic or whatever it is. I don't give a fuck. If you want to fucking tell your kids that they're fucking they, them, it's weird to see these parents who are, telling their children that they're a they, them or whatever it is. And the kids are like, I am they, them. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But, is that how they feel? Or is that something that's coming externally? Because really that seems like it's external. It doesn't seem like they're just woke up, they're 3 years old. And it's like, I don't feel like my dick don't feel right. I should have a Johnson. I don't think that's how it works, but maybe it does for some, I suspect that for some people from childhood, they are like, I shouldn't be a boy. I shouldn't be a boy, which is totally fine. And that's acceptable. I don't care. That's, if they don't feel like that, but some people do seem like this ideology is being pushed upon them. And some children seem like it, like when you see these TikTokers and they're sort of forcing their kids on camera and they're just telling them, it's like, you're a they, I'm a they. It's like, yeah, of course they're gonna say I'm a they. It's weird. But you know, some kids do it, and yeah, our son wore dresses. He loved dressing up. I remember he would put on like his girl cousin's clothes, like a little dress, and he would just be sitting he would climb up on a dresser, and he'd just be sitting there kicking his feet, like smiling, waiting for someone to come see him in his pretty little princess thing. That's fine. I mean, he grew out of that. But what's weird is when people take that and are like, he's a girl now. You know, like, he likes to wear dresses. He's a girl. Eventually, Saucy, like, we wouldn't have stopped Saucy from doing that. We didn't stop him. We didn't make him feel bad for it. Like, he's just exploring shit. It's just the idea of gender roles doesn't even occur to kids mostly, you know? So this shit's all coming externally and they're being forced upon little kids. And that's weird too. It's like, why are they forcing satanic images onto kids? It's crazy to take it to the extra level of defining gender by clothes. We didn't call him a boy or a girl because of it. We just called him Saucy. Yeah, and he was just him. Or he was just doing his thing, and now he's like very much a dude. He's very much a boy. He's super boy, right? Like he's already like, anyways, he's very much a boy. Let's finish this.
Bring a new order as a concept
into the world.
A new order.
You don't know what they're going to become later. And you don't
Let's listen to that again.
Individuality.
We bring a new order as a concept
into the world.
You know what? You don't know what
Bring
they're
a
going to
new
become
order.
later. And you don't want for them to have psychologiquement a problem of growth. And say, I'm supposed to be like that, I'm supposed to say that, I'm supposed to dress like this because I'm a guy, I'm a boy, I'm supposed to do. No, you don't know. Let people be who they are as quick and as soon as possible.
Which, again, I don't even disagree with that. That's not even like a bad thing. It's just when you start pushing these ideas on a kid, because if Saucy wanted to still dress up in Pretty Little Princess things, which I wouldn't care. Like, it wouldn't matter to me. And I'm okay with that. Like, super lefty here, right? Like, I don't give a shit. Be you. But when you start pushing this onto them, that's when it starts becoming a little bit of a different situation. That is not individuality. That is part of a group thought process, right? Like, this parent says, this is here, you know, this parent is learning an ideology about gender neutrality and all that good stuff, and then they're like, oh, that's what my child's going to be, and we're not going to force anything upon them, or we're going to force this upon them whether they are or not. I've seen some kids be like, oh, I don't want to be that. And they're like, but that's not what you just said the other day. You know, it's like, that's weird. That's crazy. That's mental illness. Individuality shouldn't be coerced or influenced. Being a manly man in 2023 is considered toxic masculinity. Some people choose to push feminine men as normal. And it's weird when you see countries like China who are promoting patriotism, who are promoting masculinity amongst their men. You see these countries that are using this time period within, you know, the Western world as a time for them to come up, right? It's like their TikTok is talking about education and you know, showing videos that teach kids, and here we're just learning about, you know, you can be whatever you want, you can live in your little fucking fantasy world, like your mental illness defines you. And I'm not saying that transgenderism is mental illness, but it can be in some people. There is definitely mental illness is attracted to that community. and the people who truly are trans, who are really suffering from gender dysphoria, I feel for those people, and I have no problem against them. I have no problem against anybody who wants to change their gender. Go ahead, lob your fucking dick off. But is it something that we should be pushing on to kids? Pushing on to kids who can't consent to these sort of things? I don't know. I don't think so. It seems to me that it's sort of an ideology that's being pushed, and not really individuality. It seems more of a communal, community type situation. Being an open-minded parent is great. It's just the closed-minded parents fear or something they don't understand. I love freedom of expression, but I also respect traditional gender roles. Yeah, and that's fine too. Traditional gender roles. I mean, I don't really care. Like, I don't care if kids want to call themselves, if young girls want to say I'm a boy now, or it doesn't matter to me. That's not hurting me. It's just when it starts to become pushed upon them, and you have these doctors who are making millions of dollars doing these surgeries, pharmaceutical companies who are making millions and millions and billions of dollars pushing these, gender affirming medications. That's when things get a little weird, right? It's like, because there's money now, there's incentive, they're incentivized to push these ideologies onto people. It just like Nestle is incentivized to push body positivity on people and say it's okay to be fat. That's fine. There's no health concerns. That's just the white supremacy and oppression. That's what that is. That's racist. It's racist to make people feel bad that they're fat. Go ahead and eat a candy bar. You earned it. It's not based really in reality. That's based on a money-making machine. Nestle is backing your fat, obesity, and disease, and diabetes and heart disease, which is nefarious AF. I believe we should wait till they're 21 before surgery even placed as an option. Yeah, maybe. I mean, again, personally, I don't care, but I start to care when people are being pushed into it, and because you hear stories all the time about how kids decided that they wanted to do the surgery, they have the surgery, and it turns out that they're just gay, right? They're just gay, and they wanted to, they thought that this was the right move. And then you have doctors who are pushing this idea that, your child will kill themselves if you don't affirm their gender identity. And that scares parents, that scares children. I mean, because because depression is running rampant right now with children, which is so sad that children are rampantly depressed. Thank you, social media. And you have these doctors who are incentivized by money, who use the idea of childhood suicide to push a procedure that is, might not be right for these kids. In Europe, they just stopped doing that. They stopped doing anybody under 18. I think it's under 18. But in Europe, it's pretty widespread now that they're not doing these gender-affirming surgeries until they're of age. And they're able to, think on their own and have their own thoughts. And I mean, really, if you're going on the idea of, a fully developed brain, 21 is too young. You'd be like 25, 27 maybe to even. But, that's not me. I'm not. If some kids get it, some kids get the gender affirming medication and surgery, and they come out really great and they're happy. But how many people do you see that are part of the trans community that are really happy, that are like super ecstatic, who aren't like manic depressive or isn't suffering from some sort of mental illness? Like it's huge. It's huge. Same with obese children and obese people. There is mental illness there as well. I'm dealing with mental illness, so I take it out on food. Me personally, that's what I'm going through. My questions are very simple. Numbers speak volumes. I want to see the domestic violence numbers, the divorce rates in LGBT community relationship, because if we're having social issues or based on color, are we having social issues or based on color? I know people are not living perfect existence in another community. No. And this idea that you're going to live in this utopian world once you get this surgery it's not that. I mean, I've seen too many things. It's not that I experience it myself, but I've just seen too many videos of people, testimonials of people who are very sad, and it's weird, man. It's a weird time that we're living in. So there it is. So what do you guys think? Do you think that they're pushing some sort of satanic, gender-neutral, gender-affirming agenda here? Is that what Celine Dion is doing? Unwittingly or wittingly? Is that what's happening? Is she a Satanist? I'm not sure if she's a Satanist, but she's definitely backing up some really fucked up imagery. There's one with baby horns. Where's the baby horn one? That one was weird. There was one where the baby was wearing devil horns. It's like, why devil horn? Don't ask. Don't ask. Look, this one's wild, right? Look, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Huh? With the one eye, with the eyeball on here? What? Huh? Where's the devil horns? Look at this. New order. Look at this fucking photo is so creepy too. Where's the devil horns? Look at, they're covering one eye. Why is it called 50 Shades of Black? I don't know. What is 50 Shades of Black? Where's the devil horn? Right here. Here it is. Why do they have devil horns? Why is there devil horns on this baby? That's weird. That's fucking weird. The clothes aren't terrible, but the imagery and the set design is over the top. Yeah, I guess. I just find it strange. Why is it called 50 Shades of Black? I don't know. Is that a joke? And where did that come from? Inexperienced college students meets a wealthy businessman whose sexual practices put a strain on their relationship. That was the name of her clothing line. Oh, I see. $50 Shades of Black. No. It's a stupid name too. Oh yeah, and it was the see no evil, hear no evil. Embracing the underappreciated beauty of minimalism. Embracing the... Is that Kanye and Kim too? Who are these people? Embracing the underappreciated beauty of minimalism, alternative clothing brand New is the favorite among celeb kids. The brand's popularity took off when multiple celebrity moms and dads, including Gwen Stefani, Fergie and Josh, Chrissy Teigen and John Legend, Kanye and Kim, among others, were spotted out with their kids who were wearing some of the brand's and signature pieces. The brand uses a neutral, predominantly black-based color scheme in unique and sophisticated ways, setting it apart from the majority of the mainstream children's clothing lines. On their website, the two founders, Iris, we became the brand that dressed kids in black. Black is innocent. Black is promising. Much like a kid, black is a blank slate ready to be filled with ideas. Oh, yeah, they are. The extensive selection ranges from onesies to outerwear, shoes, dresses, tops, jeans, and accessories. The holiday collection was just released, featuring 15 new styles of velvet tailored pants. Bah, bah, bah. So you have celebrity. In celebrity culture, of course, there's always an embracing of Satanism in it, too. And, hold on. Satanism. From Little Nas X to you, why Satan is in all of the pop culture. Hail Satan is trending. The devil is firing up pop culture. For all the fashion stories I've written, I would never have predicted blood-laced satanic sneakers as a hot trend in spring 2021. The shoes collaboration between Brooklyn label, whatever, and rapper Lil Nas X are a tie-in to the enthusiastically gay artist's music video Montero, Call Me By Your Name, which he's definitely, wasn't he blowing the devil? That's tight. Yeah, black is cool. You know what? Sometimes somebody get Mariah Carey on the phone. It's time to shut her down. Yeah, black people are starting to become metal all of a sudden. Isn't that weird? Dio should really be on the receiving end. It is strange, but I mean, like, you know, even Travis Scott, right, with Astro World, it's a bunch of satanic images. Why is Satan becoming such a interesting part of celebrity culture? It's weird. But, you know, it's fucking metal, bro. It's fucking brutal metal. Yeah, they were fake. They made them retract the shoes. Oh, that's sweet. And contain a drop of human blood mixed with dye inside the midsole. In case the red and black color scheme is too subtle, they also have a pentagram medallion on the laces of the Luke 10:18 emblazoned on the heel, a reference to the biblical verse describing Lucifer's fall from grace. What the fuck? I mean, this is just, you know, I think it's in part of how, and what is it, Luke 10:18? Is that what's on it? I think this is just a part of the rejection of Christianity in the United States or in the West, which, you know, I've been rejecting Christianity for fucking years, man. What does Luke 10:18 say? Luke 10:18, International Version. He replied, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. However, do not rejoice that the spirits submit to you, but rejoice that your name are written in heaven.